Was it Rainbow? Raymond? Her name Raymond Taylor. She said something on her thing. Raymond Taylor, I like your personality. I don't think when you talk about discrimination and people, hold on, people never been good for me. Why did it didn't work out? It's certain individuals. When I worked at Walmart, it's not everybody. When I'm in at a business, the stockers wanted me to get on their team. It's managers. It's the managers. So when I'm working at a business and I'm talking to the people and I'm interacting with them, everybody wanted me like at the nighttime at 12, 16. But if you got a racist manager and racist black managers, how can you understand? And the other employees, the other workers believed in me. I can't talk bad about certain individuals at 12, 16, a Coca-Cola that work. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about them in that nighttime when everybody wanted me to come over. But the store manager and the black managers and the cashier, these are the people that the problem that when you got a whole team of stockers, but in the Coca-Cola workers, they wanted me to leave Walmart. They keep on trying to say, Hoopy, when you gonna come and work for us? Like everybody that took the Coca-Cola like business, they just saw my dedication, like, and they try to get me to come on. When you gonna come and work for us? Like this dude, they got really some good Coca-Cola people. And at nighttime, I used to work. In the morning time, they come in there, say, Hubert, you doing all of this by yourself. And let me tell you, they didn't have to help. I'm gonna tell you something. Like in a couple of times, they didn't have to help. When they come in, they can't even hardly get in the building and put the products in the building because of how Charles and Russell operates. And all of those things I never had a problem with the night stockers like that. Like it never been a me another problem, but it's other people that wanted me to go in a position and the manager had a racist problem. It never will. I can never, I'm not going to speak bad about the stockers at 12, 16, and it never was like that. I was a stock at Big Lots when I was a kid, but this one Lady Renee lied with racism. Like, and to this day, and before I left Carrollton and I moved in the other part of Texas, and before I left him, I saw her say, "Hugh, I thought you was going to come back out of high school." Like you got to realize these big lights play a big part. If anybody got challenges, or did this, like I worked in the furniture department, I did all the setup stuff. It was so much that we work with, if people can work with. But I never had a problem with the stockers. That was never was the problem. It was the managers. Now that's different from 2996. That's totally different. Okay, that's different from the other store I worked at. But I never heard one thing. This is one black girl I had a problem with. Okay, she was just one stopper. I didn't have a problem with everybody else. But the only argument I got into about the women I would date, but they show no interest. You make no sense. 'Cause I don't date black. Like you're not showing no damn interest. So that's the women. If I got a BBW, if I'm dating a BBW, if I'm dating a now, it depends on what type of woman I'm dating. She could be a white girl, a BBW. She could be a black girl. She could be a Mexican BBW. I never want dated to like. That's not the point. That's just it's the type of woman they getting on to me. The argument it was never was that we are talking about certain people in certain positions with behavior, and we have to understand that when we are discussing those things. We have to understand when those things need to be discussed. We have to understand in those certain things. So when we are talking about relationship, that Sabina, one thing my relationship with Sabina, she never, I can't, her dad, I'm not going to sit up there and lie on Effie's relationship with Sabina. Man. That's not how they made me feel, but it was getting too crucial about my relationship. It was getting too crucial about my relationship. So I had to. Everybody was like saying I'm here, yeah, and that was the thing. I'm dealing with certain individuals. So my exes work, and they work in like Sabina worked there, and like that was a big like no that's the big problem. It's not about her. She thinks it's all about her. It's me they after, and it's part of what a conflict is. So 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 it's the time that she just like a person that's busy all the time that's doing stuff. I'm going to colleges, I'm going to thrift stores, I'm working, I'm doing multiple stuff, and people don't understand that. Like when I even worked at Walmart, I still had stuff to do. I still had stuff on my plate, and people don't realize the thing I was going to Brookhaven, going to beat class, going doing this, go somewhere else. These things that I was doing. Like when I had my first job at 14, 15 years old, oh, I got money. Nobody wasn't on my level. Not a non-person at 14 years old. A Mirza at 14, the mirror. I said, oh, can you get me on at my job? Now, person like say, come on. None of one of my friends act like, oh, like, can you get? They wasn't on the level that I was on. So I wish that Mirza would have asked me, can you get me on at 14? I wish he knew he should have asked me. Like literally, Mirza should have asked me. But when I got the U-Haul, he started working at U-Haul. About when I got out of school at the end of 2010, almost the end of 2010 to 2010, I got out of school. Like literally, is the end of 2010, I got out of school. 2010 and about my my actual graduation is not my actual graduation. Right? You got to understand that. People think you on school. You got to understand graduation points. You got to understand those things. You're already a month behind, so you probably 2011. You in another school. You're on another school campus, but you're still a student. So people don't know that I had like a lot of more years left in those school programs. But those things are what I was doing. So me working at 14 years old, 15-year-old, and Big Lots never made me feel like that. I'm there, boy. I can't even say nothing about Big Lots. Oh, I can't say nothing about Edward them. Man, Edward them is just so man. He's just a great man. And you gotta realize with Edward and everybody that worked there, they are great people, and they still work with disability. It's something I seen kids in Capel. These are people that's working with people. Like let me tell you something. They need to just stop doing that with disability. They need to do that with normal kids to take them to jobs and let them go and see the work. I'm going to thrift stores. I'm doing all of this stuff. They don't even know when I was doing all of this stuff. Like I was actually going to elementary school, setting up spacewalks, having fun with Emily Catholic and this up there doing the nachos, bringing my gym to the other school. And I got a certificate over 1,000 hours worth of certificates, playing with the nursing home, learning the job skill. I'm always busy, but I never made an excuse why I can't make time for a relationship and make time for those things. So when you got so many things to do, we going to the mall, we going to pump up golf, we're going to play bowling on the special Olympics. All of these things that I was doing, and I have so much on my plate. But I needed the woman to understand when you got so much. I just had my boy cheating, and I found out he called that he had or something. I was so mad because my brother didn't tell me. That he told me, like he said, why I didn't tell you. Like I said, hold up. I was mad at Keaton, but he didn't even know I was kind of mad at him. Like, and I told him about why you not tell me something like you always busy. And I'm like, you always busy with things. So it gets to the point like, oh, okay, all right. Yeah, my brother know before I know, and all of these things. That was never was the case. And I'm not going to sit up there. It's certain individuals that was the problem. I can't blame it on the whole story. And not Dr. Lies on Grizz. That's not about to happen. That's nothing. Grizz is a great mentor and all the rest of them. I did not have a problem with some of the stuff. We got into some women about me dating and things, but that was never the cause of what that. It was certain individuals. And you have to understand that at 12, 16, 2996 got out of it. just got out of the way. They were just jealous of the customer service, telling me I'm too friendly with everybody. So those things are what was going on in those formats. Like I'm going to school. Like I met somebody else I met somebody else when I was going to summer school at Creepy, and people don't. I met somebody else. So I'm going to summer school, and I have to go to summer school at Creepy, and I'm talking to her for a little bit before I actually go to summer school. And I actually go to summer school. Like people don't even know like the things like and all that, but those never was the case of the situation. I'm not gonna lie on every Walmart employee like that. I'm not gonna do that. That's something I'm not gonna lie on everybody like that. That's something I know. I'm not gonna lie. It got a nice guy on there. He's black. He always telling me Cuba is gonna be your time, but I never had that time because of the racism out certain managers. Like the stockers kept on asking. But you know what I actually learned? And this is, you know what I told the marketing man? I said, I didn't even know that I can move around in all of those positions. Like Grizz, like Charles wasn't trying to teach me that. And I told a Cap 2 team, the manager, I said, Hubert, I'm sure he said, Hubert, I'm gonna teach you something. And I'm gonna show you how to move around in the business. And he got me on the computer. I'm like, whoa, this is actually going on. Like, you can actually switch position. But they were trying to keep stuff away from me. And when I go to another store, and I tell the marketing man because he didn't want me in that position. And he's cool. I mentioned that he's cool. He's a marketing manager. I think his name was Steve. His name was Thing. He had glasses. He cool. I wish that other woman was in there. I wish she was there. He's cool as heck. He looked when he saw me good. He was cool as that. He had a little thing on his finger, facial, but he was cool as hell. And Shy said something about, oh, we gonna keep him. We can keep him. Shy, come on, you have look. What he can do, we can keep him. We can use him. We can keep him. You know Shy don't even know that. Come on, Shy. Come on, you work with me. You probably didn't work at night when you work with my mom, but you work with me. I was so happy that Rebecca, her husband, was getting me. Like, yes, yes, I got somebody that worked at the store with me. Yes. All right, I don't work. And I said, hold on. It's a new playing field. It's a new day. And it's a new day. And I'm getting up like, hold on, I got that walkie and I started this calling constantly. I need your help doing it. I need you to come and open this. I need you to come do this. I need you to come do this. I need you to come do this. So I like this man had no pride ties. He used to abuse certain individuals. Charles and Steve and them used to abuse certain individuals. So and it get to the point where it used to get out of hand. So if I know if I'm working, they can give me a key. Actually, give me a key. I don't know why Sean didn't give me a key at the 2996 to stop them from bugging and everybody to give me a key. To come on, y'all know I know this. I've been in this business with Rebecca. He got mad at me. He he got mad. He got mad at me. He got really mad at me, like literally mad at me this morning. Like, he was like, he was getting angry. I'm kind of recalling him on the walk. I said, man, you should know how we work at nighttime. I gotta stay on it. I told him I gotta stay on it. I was like, yeah, I see Rebecca's husband's face, and I was like, yeah, I gotta stay on it. Come on, you know how Charles operates it. I don't like the way Charles and Steve and them operate. So it's too much of pressure on the maintenance and individual. So I figured out it's my time. I'm on my own pace, and Shawnee let me do what I want to do. So damn, I'm really liking this. And I'm gonna tell you for the first time, I went in a deli, and the cashier tell me, Cuba, we miss you. You are good at what you do. Damn, I really didn't hear, actually didn't hear, like, damn, I never heard. I really, because I'm getting back there. Nobody have to tell me to go back there, get the trash behind the counter. I need to paint up some stuff. Me watching Chris and Chris teaching me some stuff and me doing the things he doing certain things, painting stuff up, and me just watching him and observing him. He taking me to the office across the street at 1216 is a building that Walmart. He's taking me to build stuff. He taking me to Home Depot, and he take Charles didn't like that, and Grizz left because of that. Grizz left because of Charles. And you trying to stop him. I'm trying to teach him something, and you trying to stop it. No, Grizz like his wife used to say we went to NASCAR together. And he said he showed me a text message and shout out to his wife and his grandkids. And he said, "Oh, Hubert, he let me look at it. He said you and Hubert have a good time." And that I mean sponsored at NASCARs. I'm talking to sponsors at the DFW at NASCARs. I'm having fun meeting like beautiful NASCAR sponsors and stuff and just talking to them. I was a little shy though, but I'm up there talking to the sponsors. Me and Grizz it's cold as hell, and me and Grizz have to be out there for a certain. But he didn't like it that Grizz was taking me places, and that was the biggest threat when you're dealing with racism. He didn't like that. Grizz left because of him. Because of him. You talking about the same man that don't got the kind of skin as me, and he learned how to accept that. He learned how to accept it. But sir, blacks and white can't understand it. But Grizz is different. Grizz, you meet that one person out of that thing and they're able. Grizz, let me tell you something. Grizz, nobody never asked Charles never asked Grizz to get me to teach him something. Everything that Grizz did on his own time. He did on his own time, and he had this force. No, if he don't get people to help me, I'm not getting nobody. You know that's just the way it is. That Grizz is he's that's just the way it is. But Grizz was gonna leave anyway, man. He got tired of that. But at Grizz, I told Grizz, I said, Grizz, when you leave, they're gonna start acting a fool. They really gonna, and they did. They Grizz, I mean, I had a car. Grizz was so happy that I left. He said, Hubert, I'm so proud of you for leaving. I'm at this is Geo people where I used to deal with Geo. They friends is on the bus. I said hi Geo because they don't know me and Geo. So I think with Geo we settle our problems like we was cool as hell, and we settle our problems. We do thinking I'm sitting them at DFW train. But I talked to Greg that said I'm so happy that you left Baltimore. And I didn't have it, even if the people in the daytime, this black kid, and I saw him before I left there. He said, Hubert, how you doing? Because he used to always see me working hard and just dedicated. And you'll get your chance. He used to keep my confidence up. He used to keep my confidence up, like literally used to keep my confidence up, like literally keep my confidence up. And I think that was so much amazing that this cashier has something positive to say every morning. Is in the evening he came, and I see him. He didn't say we've been a while, so it's kind of weird. Like when we not used to that work history anymore. And he said a few things. He got quiet. It's kind of weird because we don't have that work history anymore. So my name is Hubert. So and not getting back, and he not seeing me like that work constantly, but he still said hey to each other. We used to talk so much, and that used to be the coolest idea ever. And I never had a problem that it was Charles. It was certain individuals, so black employees that was the problem, and those things was going on with those situations, and and those things was going on in those situations. And that's the thing on that. That's the things was going on. But I just wanted to tell you that never the problem. That's never the problem. Let me tell you something. My relationships, relationship that I am in, is about me having this cheating. Is about that, and people trying to get to me. So it's hard for those things to understand. But those things, if it's relationship, if it's anyone, but Sabrina never made me feel like that. Mary just never made me feel like that. The mirror never made me feel like that. So it didn't get it was the conflict. It was the conflict. So I'm not gonna say on those things, but it was certain individuals with those pack, but you got about eight managers. Eight managers. And those eight managers is racist. You got 86 managers. Those six managers, even if they a department manager or something at 12, they racist. But you don't got let me the thing is when I'm gonna tell you something. When I worked at 1216, but my first interview was to be a greeter. And they didn't ask me the questions about the personalities that what they asked me when we go on the jobs. They didn't ask me about what they needed to ask me, blah blah blah. And just call it day, what your relationship is. How do you get along with your employee, with the outside? Yeah, yeah. I'm making too much noise. Yeah, so those things are what those situation is, man. Those things are what that situation is. No, those things are what that situation is. So I never had a problem with those human beings. That's not the problem. I can't say I have a problem with that. But Greer's teaching me how to use a scrubber. I learned how to master a scrubber. I learned to master a pallet jack, electric pallet jack that moves you get stuff out the truck. You get out the truck and it's a machine, and he's teaching me. So it's certain individuals that I have to deal with that I don't feel like dealing with. I'm not gonna lie on everybody. No, it's certain individuals that I'm dealing with, and then I'm not gonna lie on everybody. Renee was a narcissist. You talking about a Mexican was a narcissist, but you're also talking about a Chinese that worked at 2996, and I have a problem with one Chinese. Okay, I dated a Chinese girl. I'm not gonna say that with that situation where I'm dealing with this Chinese, not that 2996. I dated the Chinese. He's up there looking at me with racism. I said, hold up, I'm gonna pick some game. So I'm gonna play dumb with this stupid manager, this Chinese manager. I said, he did exactly. Let me tell you how I know. So you a dumb motherfucker. You a dumb racist bitch. And he's looking at me in the room. He got races all over his face. He got races all over his face. I said, oh, now I got you. Your spirit is telling me everything that I need to know. At 2996, you told me everything that I needed to know about your ass. So I had to peep game. Let me tell you something. I'm sitting in James' room. He asked you, but I need you to write down something. After he wrote down, my handwriting not all of that good. After I write down, I send a letter to him. He said, you're going to write something in the computer. So I walk back and forth and I look at James' mindset. And I said, God said, he probably didn't even know I was watching his mindset and watching him think the whole time after I gave him that letter. After I gave him that thing, he was writing it in the computer. The thing is, after he was writing it in the computer. So I study his mindset. Now I see how he's thinking. And I really know how he's coming. So when you can walk past after you drop a letter to somebody and they writing a document to the CEOs about something, and he probably was writing more and writing more, and I said, and I'm watching his mindset and his spiritual side. I said, I passed by that room 6 or 7 times after that letter was me, and I said, we're gonna actually study him for a second. I said, let me peep game right first and see where this is gonna go at, where this gonna go at. So I had to I had to pass by it like I'm doing something 5 or 6 times. Mm, mm, And that's what made me when I got out there. we got out there, and then I had other employees before I was gonna go on fraternity leave. I never promised that I was gonna come back. So I wanted to go figure out the personalities. I wanted to go figure out the personalities when I was in Atlanta. I never promised that I was gonna come back. I wanted to go figure out the personalities in Atlanta. So those are the most important things. I got some stuff that I didn't like about everybody, but the deli was all right. The people in Atlanta deli was all right. That they was in Atlanta deli was all right. The people in the back room, their personalities were a little different than anything. So I told James, like he rolled his eyes at me once I told him, oh, like I'm not actually going and like say I'm coming back, but I want to go. I never promised him that I was gonna come back. I never promised. I said, James, I'm gonna go while I'm down there. Let me go figure out the personality in case I want to stay. Let me go figure. You got a little attitude about the situation, about when I told him that. Like I just want to go figure out the personalities. I want to see where the personalities fit in. So can I get the personalities? And I told James that. So really, that I was going to Walmart to figure out the personalities, see how the personalities is when I was in Atlanta. So that's the most important thing when I'm dealing with these conversations with that. So you know, those are the things that I'm dealing with in there. And you have to understand what I was dealing with in this conversation. I was dealing with. We gonna talk about something. I don't think it never was that with the stock because the stockers wouldn't have said come to me and Renee lying. So I can't put that on them like that. I can't put that on them like that. It's certain individual. Even when we sat in the back room, in the back at 1216, some of them never. It's the managers. It's the managers. It's the managers, man. It's the managers. It's the managers. So and I got to shout out to Coca Cola. I miss them guys so bad at the thing, but we gotta forget about the past. And we gotta move forward. Dr. Pepper at 1216. I would do anything. Like they asked me to just take a pallet, so they did so much, man. And like they didn't always have to do what they did. You gotta respect them for that. Come on, let me like if they asked me to take a pallet, then you go get that man. He got me to throw this away from me. And all of this. They asked me to help me with a pallet. So if they would have asked me, I would have did anything for them at 1216 at the Coca-Cola factory, man. And I wouldn't have complained at all. I wouldn't have complained. And they know that. Like I wouldn't have complained at all, man. Like you would come and help me with that Dr. Pepper, come and help me. I wouldn't have complained at all, man. And like to death I was still working there, I wouldn't have complained. They know that I wouldn't have complained because I would have just did it and never even complained because they cool, man. We taught me every time we know Grizz come that early. Every time for me, Miss D and Miss Debbie come out, we know we're gonna have a good time in the back joking around the crack. So like when Miss Deborah and Miss D come back there, it's popping, and then when the big them come in the Coca-Cola, we really having fun. We really having fun with Miss D and Miss Deborah. So that's the reason why I go back there all the time to mess with them, to mess with Miss Deborah and Miss D all the time. And we all know everybody go back there, man, and talk to Miss D and Miss Deborah. We always want to buzz Miss D and Miss Deborah. It's the concept of we always want to do that, man. We always want to that's just the way that the relationship was and how things were. But I'm not gonna speak bad on everybody. It's certain managers that I had a problem with. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't get along with. Now I was with women about the relationship. All right, and I'm gonna get into with my coworkers about certain individual people that I'm dating. And that's the you make me say. I said, all right, you're not showing no interest. I'm like, man, you getting on my damn nerves about who I thought you dated that. I'm like, hold on, for number one. For number one. And I had to hear that from the cashier when the Miss Deborah and them. I'm like, and the other people in the bedroom. I said, hold on for a second. You are getting on my. I said, hold up. Don't be a hypocrite here. Like, don't be a hypocrite in the relationships. Don't do that. Like, don't do that in the relationship. Don't do it, man. Because like I'm just dealing with that's the thing is, you know. So those are the things was that was in that situation. So they never made me. I'm not gonna say like that. None of this other. Oh man, I know so many people. I can never say in South Dallas. I can never say nothing about them, especially Jasmine brother or Jasmine, the people I work with. And no, I can never know. And no, I'm never gonna say. No, I'm not about to say nothing bad about them. The people that I know, and they went to Perry, and they went to Smith. Is like I'm not gonna do that because that's not right, man. They never made me feel like that. They never treated me like it's the manager's the problem. They never made me feel like that. And I'm not gonna sit up there and act like that and act like that with this stuff. They never made me feel like it. It just I got into with some of the employees about my relationship. All right, you step up here. If you want to be a hypocrite about things and get on my nerves about it, and hold up, yo, you dated that, you talked to that, like, oh, wait up real fast. And we arguing, people from we arguing about it. I'm like, hold up, man, I don't got no reason to tell me you can't even step it up, man, and see what's in front of you know, and see what's in front of you. If you leave me the hell alone, like, you can't even see what's in front of you. You can't even see, but they never made me feel like that. I can't lie on nobody. I sat in the back with the regular everybody. I mean, they used to tell me, "Hubert, don't fuck." And they never made me feel like that. You know, Melody never made me feel like my U-Haul coworker, my U-Haul manager never made me feel like. Laura Lee never made me feel like that. You know, there's a person I used to stay with in Carrollton, Texas, named Prince, and he stayed. He know Miss Melanie's daughter, and he grew up. He played. He know a cowboy. He know a cowboy played a Green Bay player. I think he was the Cowboys and Green Bay player. We used to go to Carrollton, and we used to play football. But over there, like he know me, but it's the way they act. You know what I'm saying? It's the way they act. Like when I'm with Miss, if I'm working at you or Miss Melanie's daughter acts some type of way with me. So it's like people just act some type of way. So I like you get around people like they just act some type of way with me. Like it just I like y'all act some type of way. You making it weird how you act. So I'm like, man, come on, man. Like let me tell you something. I get in the elevator. I'm working at DFW, and I'm getting in the elevator with somebody, and we got the good chemistry going. But I say, hey, how you doing? We good. This is about 2017 and 18. We got the good chemistry going. We having a good time. And she wrote like she flying. She going back to her hometown, and she get mad at me wherever she goes. She get mad at me because I can't take the conversation forward. And she was like, I supposed to know. You see how most people try to holler at me, how they answer. I'm like, hold up. I'm saying, hey, how you doing? And we all talking, but I'm like, hold up, like that. So I'm getting into those situations. And let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you one thing. People with their teenage daughters came in there 2996, and they see me in the deli and they see me trying. And they say, Hubert, you'll get it, you'll get it, you'll get it. And you got customers coming in there giving you that hands up look. He's actually trying with all the things he got going. He's actually trying. Like the people coming in, and the customers even saying that. You know, that the customers going on there. The customers was saying from New Orleans, how about you? I think that, but the customer was actually saying those things. So if I'm getting along, if the customer is telling me a good job and they coming in with their teenage daughter and the customer, let me tell you something. I'm sitting up there outside the deli, and I see out loud there's six of these employees and new employees, and there's six of these employees in there. And I say something like, Jessica, I said I like Jessica. I said, you let Jessica just think before she hired people. And the lady customer said, Hubert, you right. Because we're looking at the jealous mindset, the behavior from all the way. So we watching the mindsets of them in the spirit, me and the customer. And we looking at them. We sitting up there looking at them like literally looking at them. Look, some stuff was going to happen, but let me tell you something. I would have stayed loyal and not told about I mean, the things that was going. They don't want to break trust. How you supposed to get somebody to trust and they break your trust? You think I wanted to do this, shoot them? You think I really wanted to do this? But they let me know the choice. He couldn't be reasoned with. Walmart couldn't be reasoned with. So we have to understand in those formats of where we actually going in those formats. So yeah, so where we going at in those formats? Yeah, yeah, you can. So where we going at? So you have to know actually what this is about over here. Like where I'm having a conflict at. And I never had. It's about me. Let me tell you, my relationship is about me doing stuff I don't have no business, and I'm getting chewed out about it. And then they were like, that was not really the deal. That was never the deal was about the situation. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie on you. I'm the mirror of none of them, and none of them not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna lie on them about it. That's some I can't understand where the concept where I'm not gonna sit up there and put somebody in a frenzy. So I'm not gonna do that to people, man. I'm not gonna surely do that to the people I work with at 1216 and the stockers and everybody that I work with at 1216 and I got along with them. I'm not gonna do that, man. They wanted me to come in and the narcissist racist wasn't elected. They know what I can do. And I'm not gonna even do that, man. We sat in that back while they smoke cigarettes, they get on my behind about not from and everybody we talked and we had a good time, man. It was never was that, man. And I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not gonna do that. We talking about charging a few black managers that got a problem. And we talking about people, Mexican managers. We talking about this at 1216 and we talking about that. If they put me in front of everybody that worked there and back in the day at 1216, I'll turn to everybody that did me wrong. And I tell you, I'd be like, hold on, we didn't have nobody, we didn't have nobody. And I won't lie on nobody. I don't have to lie on nobody to do it. You know what I'm saying? They know who we work with. I used to play a Witch Harmony song. One person said, Hubert, you got issues. And Russell does, he said, you got issues. And like, we just had some, and then sometimes me and Tamika and everybody, I would go back and forth when she used to be in electronics, and we would go back and forth and do all of those things. And I would talk to her or Raymond, all of us to have that good time and just talking to each other. And everybody tell me, Hubert, um, um, we gotta get you down a little bit because you're gonna start the guy in electronics. Yeah, you gonna start feeling yourself. I said, what? I said, like, what? I'm like, what? Come on here. It's the narcissists, man. It's the narcissists, the managers, bro. They the problem. They the problem. I never said I couldn't. And look, they the problem. Nobody wants to work with a manager that's negativity. Let me tell you, when they got me wrote up, oh, you make me sick. You come to work every day. You doing what you told. You make me sick. You come to work every day. When they got me work up, you still come to work. I'm gonna show you. I'm like, hold up right fast. I'm gonna show you. You still come to work. I'm gonna show you. They said as soon as I turned in the building, that's how things was gonna get. Oh, you still coming to work? I know what they say. I'm gonna show you. You still coming to work? I'm gonna show you. And that's what they told me, like literally. I'm like, hold up, hey, damn, I'm doing what I'm doing. They don't pay me enough. You make me sick. Then the manager, the department manager, feared. He feared it. He was scared, so he was like, no, like he didn't like it. These managers be scared. Like he like Rocker was terrified of me when he saw how fast I was stopping. Our first impression was by that meat department. I had 3 pallets, and I was getting 3 pallets because I learned how to bend when I was in Toys R Us. Shout out to Miss Brittany. I miss Toys R Us. If I own a business, I really want to go find Miss Brittany and them and start a Toys R Us because I think that would be a good family business right there. This this family right there, and Brittany and them, they taught me how to bend in Louisville, and you just they didn't judge, but they told me it's like, hey, and the moment they saw my heart in, and I told them I want something, they gotta be so proud of me. Like at 4 o'clock in the morning at Target, where they closed it down in Louisville, so they'll be so proud of me. Like he taught me something, I was able to use that. And there I was able to use it, man. Like the use what he taught me when I got to bending and I got to doing stuff. And he taught me in his own technique. So I was just so happy to, and Amazon not like that. Amazon, man, let me tell you, oh man, Amazon and Urban, man, is great, man. It just the employees. The girl that called me out of my name, she worked there at 1216. But I got along with almost everybody. She didn't want to say nothing. But but everybody else I got along with, man, they just cool to work at Amazon. They're just cool, man. They're just cool. It just cool. Even UPS tried to get me on, and I had a delay because I'm trying to go in there with Social Security, and plus you got to be there, and the train throwing on the rotation, so it's hard. Like now we actually working at DFW and DFW Airport, and people from South Dallas coming from DFW working at DFW, and they wanted me to be on their team, but the smart card manager he wanted to fire me because he had a racial agenda. Him and his black and bro, no, but smart like the maintenance, like we used to talk on the train all day. We used to talk on the me and the girls used to talk on the train all day. Like literally talk on the train all day. We used to talk on the train. So we have to understand what the yeah, like the thing. We have to understand what those things is. So we have to understand those things. You know, my baby mama sisters are acting up. No, we can't be together because they detect our kind, man. They detect our kind. They detect God. You know what I'm saying? I tell her like this thing can't happen, man. If we want legacy, I can't have some 5 kids and do something. I can't let this go on like this with people behaving. We are taking the same approach to different things, and we're taking the same approach to different things. My most thing when if I'm in relationships, like that's not an opponent when I'm in a relationship. That can be a different thing, but we talking about coworkers or relationships. You know, I'm pretty much good on that and decisions, but it comes to too many conflicts. Though. You know what I'm saying? I just sit there and tell my woman, I wanted to do something different with this woman I was with. Her name was her name was Aranya. And she Chinese, and I said, hey, look, we're gonna cut off the light, put the cans on each of the tub, on each of the tub, run and do all of that. I wanted to do something actually different. Let the shower and take our clothes off. And I wanted to kiss her on the cheeks 5 times, kiss her on her lips 5 times, kiss her on her breast 5 times, kiss her on her stomach 5 times, kiss her between her legs 5, kiss her down there 5 times, and hold her for an hour. Those are the things I wanted to do. I wanted this to be so much different in those format plans what I wanted her to do. So I want us that when I was doing that to her, but I wanted to be so much different. And I hold her for an hour. I wanted that relationship to be so much good. Pick her up after I help her put on a towel, carry her to the bedroom, and kiss her between her legs, and do those things and put lotion on. And those are things that help your woman and make her feel great. So I wanted to do something totally different. Why? The concept of it. Lotion your woman legs, help her lotion her legs and stuff. And she just put up and I help lotion her legs and do all of that stuff and put up any kind of lotion she wants and help lotion her legs and make her feel good. Put her leg up and help lotion her legs. Lay down on the bed, sweetie, and put your lotion on your face. So I wanted to be different than those formats. So that's what I want to do. I never really had a problem with anybody. No, a problem with anybody, But people don't tell me how they feel when I'm doing it with different people, and we have conflict with that. I had me and another friend. People never made me feel like me. We had me and Cheyenne, another friend we talking about. We had a love and hate relationship, and it really she couldn't stand my ass. And like literally, when I had to deal with certain things, and I had to stop. One of my friends had to stop her from putting that. So, and then she wanted to be with me, and she got mad at me. And you just want, all right, you're not telling me what you want. How can you understand? And she walking away from me. I said, hold up. All of that couldn't you acting like that. And some of my friendships, some of my relationship and my friendship with people, this other girl named Cece, I would go get her from her house and she would at a massage place. And we would have conversation. But those 2 days that I couldn't be there, that would made the most bad us and made us not want like and she got mad at me. She didn't want to be those 2 days I couldn't be there. Then she said something on her Facebook when she had it. My mom like and she got mad because I just couldn't be there. I said, I'm there most of the time, Cece. Like literally. 2 damn days? 2 days, Cece. 2 days you acting like that, 2 days? Like so 2 days, those things are what that is. So, me and people just I just think it was more me just not just being there for 2 days. Not being there for 2 days. That was the thing, is not being there for 2 days. It was the most so that was the most important thing with that situation. So that was the most important thing. So so I don't think nobody ever made me feel like nah, but it was just me not being past it. I said, damn, 2 days that I'm not there. And we not she said something smart about me not being there. And my mama like, you gotta understand, and she just took me off her Facebook. So I just think it's just so me and her. I don't think that never gonna settle with me and her. I have to leave that alone between me and another CC. We have to leave. We just we just have conflict with each other. So at 2 days, I can be there for all the rest of the day. Like like all the rest of everything for 2 damn days. I like come on man. I mean, yeah, and that was never was the case, man, with none of the people. So